So, in case you missed my first video, I'm doing this series to help people like me, normal people, not bodybuilders, not marathon runners, to work on their fitness and their diet and their general health and well-being ambitions and targets. I shared in the first time, and I'll just quickly go over it again. I started a weight loss and health campaign beginning in September, early 1st of September 2024. It's now middle of December. I am in the obese 1 category in terms of BMI. So from that's just above overweight, which is just above healthy weight. I need to get into healthy weight. And healthy weight for me is somewhere between 176 and 187 pounds, or 80 to 85 kilograms. I started September uh, at 100. This is almost embarrassing to say, 105 kilograms, 231 pounds. I got down to 102 kilograms, 224, but I bounced back up to uh, 104, basically back up to 230 pounds. So after 2 months of going to the gym, um, I hadn't lost, nothing had really changed. And it seemed, I don't weigh myself every day, but it was like I plateaued. I'm going to do a video on plateaus and how to resolve them in the future. But for now, I just wanted to outline what I did at the gym, right? And this is, again, I'm tinkering and changing things all the time, but this was my gym regime through September and October. I remember there were gaps in those months that into, holiday gaps and stuff. So probably I got 5 weeks in the gym with a target of 4 to 5, probably averaged 3 to 4 visit, sessions per week. And what I did is I started on a treadmill. I ran at 6 kilometers. I walked briskly at 6 kilometers an hour, which is 3.7 miles per hour for 2 kilometers, which is 20 minutes. And that's a brisk walk. That's what it put me in the zone two. And I'll do a video on zone two calorie burning later. So it put me into that phase, a brisk walk on a treadmill, no inclines, no nothing like that. I then went to the weights, and these are the weights that I did. Lat pull, did a pec fly, leg extension, bicep curls with barbells, and a hip abductor crunchy thing. I don't quite know what you call that. It's not the out thing; it's a pushing in thing. It's for glutes and the inner thigh muscle. So I then added a leg push, um, which after some advice. So at the end of October and into early November, having plateaued, I made some fairly radical changes to all of this. Um, and I'm going to talk about what those changes were, how how important it is to get over the plateau period. It happens to a lot of people, if not everyone, and it can be, you know, uh, a, a crisis, like a mental health crisis, really, because they can last a long time. I'm going to have a video on that in the future, but that was my weight training for the first 2 months to get basically nowhere. Right, I went up to 111 after a break, and I got down to 102, but then shot back a bit, a couple of kilograms, and um, pretty much back to where I started. I didn't expect any physiological change in the first 6 weeks anyway, so I guess 5 weeks of exercise over 8 weeks probably shouldn't expect too much in terms of physiological change. I did notice a slight gain in muscle mass, but nothing kind of amazing. And so I made some radical diet, exercise, and other changes after the end of October. And that's going to be the topic of my next video, what I did to my diet and exercise regime. I might do one video in each.